Time to round up a big topic from the week. Is there a pothole crisis on Houston's roads? According to Mayor Anise Parker, there is. On Wednesday, she says it's taken the city too long to fix the potholes on our streets. This while the city has had $10 million specifically for road repairs. Mayor Parker pledged to execute on a plan the city has in place. She claims it's important to find a balance between major projects on the city's streets and on emergency repairs that may pop up again. So why has it taken so long to take action if the money's been in the city's hands since last June? That's our topic this half hour. We want to hear from you on Facebook and Twitter. Joining us live in our newsroom is our Roundup panel led by our Fox 26 legal analyst, Chris Tridico. All right, Chris, so why has it taken so long if the money's been there?
Well, I think it's classic bureaucracy at work. We've got this money now. Let's have 17 meetings and a flow chart to figure out how we can send some people out to fill some potholes. I think that's really what it all boils down to, and it took the media coming out and raising the issue about this before the city said, wait a minute, I think we can do this. Now, there was a couple of problems. They ordered some new trucks to help with the road repairs, and those were delayed, and the city, that's not the city's fault. But you got $10 million, you have some road crews, go fix the potholes. It's really just that simple. Let me introduce our panel. Don't make me laugh. Mustafa Taviz, our political analyst, Jackie Bally, our public policy analyst. You're laughing, so I'm going to go to you first.
Of course.
I mean, you dedicate $10 million.
Yeah. It's
been there for almost a year. Just go fix it. Go do it.
Well, depending on who you listen to, there's more than $10 million. Look, the drainage fee was passed. It was controversial. It was passed in 2010, 5 years ago. 5 years ago. So I think really the frustration you're seeing from a lot of our residents and citizens of Houston is like, look, we were questioning this drainage fee to begin with. It passed by a narrow margin. You said it was put aside specifically for infrastructure and to help alleviate us from problems like this. And now you said there's $10 million set aside just for that and nothing.
You haven't spent it
So
yet.
I think the frustration is 5 years ago this fee was passed. We do understand that there are roadblocks and measures you have to go through, but it's been 5 years. Also, another question is, depending on who you listen to, there are different varying viewpoints on this. There's another $30 million that was taken out of this for other reasons, not infrastructure. So you have different arguments. There's money there that's set aside to alleviate this problem, and yet so far we're seeing nothing.
So what about that, Mustafa? You got 10 million, maybe 30 million that's dedicated to fix this, and we've done nothing. What's the deal?
I think Mike Itzovitz got a lot to do with this. He predicted the drought, and it came true. You had the drought, and it caused a lot of potholes across Houston. And over the years, we've just not maintained these roads. And this last issue of $10 million that had been allocated 7 months ago and nothing's happened yet, that must have been a tough meeting with Mayor Parker. Whoever was in that chair was in a hot chair. Because, you drive around Houston, and I tell you, my wife has become a single issue person now. The only thing she cares about in the mayor's race is who's going to fix the potholes, because we're all tired of having busted tires. And it's becoming dangerous.
And you're seeing everyone that's talking about running for mayor jumping on this.
That's the first thing
Chris Bell
they're
was
saying.
the first one I saw jump on it.
Yeah.
All right, let me go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
Okay, everyone's talking about this on Twitter. I mean, pothole problems are like the trending hashtag. Okay, this guy says another huge pothole hit near Eldridge and Memorial. Houston roads like the third world. And this guy says Anise Parker just now realizing there's a pothole problem in Houston on the last leg of her last term. He says focus on it, not HERO or the Equal Rights Ordinance. Hashtag out of touch. What do you guys think?
Well, that's two different things. That's not a fair attack, I don't think, on Anise Parker, tying HERO to that. But I do think that, and I think we all agree that the city has not focused on infrastructure as it should, which is actually a nationwide problem.
Yeah, I actually, as a nation, from a nation standpoint, we have a D+ rating for infrastructure, our highways, our bridges. And the city of Houston, of course, we're seeing is pretty much the same. And you have to put priority into this. That, again, that was the point of passing this measure. And so we do need to look at Anise Parker, and we need to look at the Public Works Administration and say, look, this was a priority that all of our residents and citizens said we wanted to get fixed, because the infrastructure, the quality of infrastructure determines our quality of life.
All right,
and right now it's not good.